One thing that I think about a lot, and I've noticed this about myself, and I think this is a common problem that a lot of people deal with, is realizing the amount of work it takes to succeed and being okay with the amount of work it's going to take to accomplish whatever it is you're going for. Now, there are definitely, I think it cracked. What the heck? There we go. There's definitely areas of life and jobs, careers, achievements, goals, whatever, that have a lower bar of entry, and that's just normal. Whether it's lower experience level, whether it's just lower set of requirements to feel competent at that item, and that's totally fine. But to really accomplish something hard or difficult, or to build something, I don't think people appreciate how much work it takes. We're such a society now where we see a real quick snapshot photo of people's accomplishments, whether that's on social media, whether that's through a movie, through videos on YouTube, whatever it is, where we sometimes see such a quick snapshot of what really it took. I think of some of the big movies that come out. Take Mission Impossible just came out, right? We watched this 3-hour long movie, and it's a really great movie, but we don't know what it took to put all that together. We don't know the hours spent to achieve this masterpiece of a film, and the energy spent, the long waking hours, the restless nights, the stress. We don't know any of that. Even if you watch the editor's cut or whatever it may be, you're still only getting a couple hours maybe extra of understanding what it really took to accomplish the task. And so I think people oftentimes get into things not realizing what it's going to take, the amount of work that's required to make something happen and to grow and build something of value and success. And because of that, one, it can be a positive, because I'm not sure many people would try half the things they do if they knew what it really took. I know there's lots of things I wouldn't have jumped into if I knew all the sacrifice I would have to make, but realizing after I'd done it, I'm sure happy I did. But if I'd known then, before I started, probably wouldn't have made that choice. But the other thing too is sometimes you gotta remind yourself, and I catch myself doing this all the time, trying to find a solution, a route that is of least pain, that requires the least amount of sacrifice. I think that's a normal human tendency to want to find the path of least resistance, the path of comfort, the path that gets you the outcome you want, but you don't have to necessarily risk it all or sacrifice or feel the pain. And sure, as you gain leverage in life, maybe that's financial leverage, maybe that's connections, networking, you can start to find ways to accomplish things without taking on the burden nearly as much on your back. But you got to realize that at the end of the day, and like I said, I do this all the time, sometimes you just have to get in, go hard, and get the work done. And realize it's going to be painful, it's going to suck, you're going to have to sacrifice through it, but if you work hard, it will be worth it. And there is no substitute for the work and for the effort. And there's no better teacher than experience and the work that you put in. And that's what really makes you battle tested. That's what makes you dangerous. That's what makes you someone who can succeed and accomplish in the day-to-day life. Are you willing to do more, put in more effort, sacrifice more, and put in more work than everybody else? And the answer to that is yes, you're gonna make it okay. But it's easy to slip in that trap of wanting to find an easier solution, to find a simpler path, a better system, and that's okay. But when you can't find it, maybe you need to look back in the mirror and go, I just need to get to work. That job I'm trying to find someone else to do, I just need to do it today. That task that I really didn't want to have to do, that meeting I really didn't want to take, I'm just gonna have to take that meeting today. And that's it. It's that simple. Sometimes you just have to put in the effort, you have to do the work, and nobody is gonna come and save you if you really want to accomplish and have success. It's something I remind myself of constantly, especially when you got a large workload, you're trying to do a lot of things. And I think that's why people often say simplify, right? Pick one thing to get good at, pick one thing to focus on, because you just don't have the time to put in the work and the effort. It just takes a lot of time and effort to be good at anything and to really get results. And you have to be focused on it. And so when you have a lot of things on your plate, you're gonna extend that timeline. And you may not even get there because you never had the time to focus on what you're trying to achieve. And that's why people say, limit down, focus in, simplify. But it's hard. When you're a busy person, you got a lot on your plate, it's hard to maybe cut things out. There's some things maybe you don't want to cut out, and some things in your life that are good for you that you shouldn't cut out. And that's when you have to start, one, thinking strategically, try to find systems, but except at the end of the day, it's on you, and you're gonna have to put in the effort, and you're gonna have to put in the work, and there's no replacement. Go get it, put in the work, and find joy in what you're doing. If you be happy about the work you have to do, 9-day difference. And if you can learn to love the work you do, even better. That's all I got for you guys. Go hustle, make it happen. There's no replacement for the work, and the experience is the best teacher.